Hi, I'm Kimberly Lewis, and I am your motivational muse. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? When I was in middle school, I remember my teacher asking that. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? And hands flew up. And one student said, it's the chicken, it has to be the chicken. And then another student rose his hand and said, nah, it's the egg. It has to be the egg. That doesn't make sense. It has to be the egg because the chicken comes out of the egg. Let's look at that a little bit closer and see how it relates to business. Scientists have studied this question for years. Some came to the conclusion that there's evidence of amniotic eggs being in existence about 340 million or so years ago, and the first chickens popping up on the scene about 58,000 years ago at the earliest. So, what happened in my classroom? At the end of that classroom discussion, we eagerly waited for the teacher to tell us the correct answer, only to find out that we were all right. More accurately, it didn't matter. What mattered is that either way, it was what it was. In other words, it doesn't matter how you got there, you are here. In the nonprofit industry or social sector, we often have to remind ourselves that it doesn't matter how a person got to your services or whose fault it is that they landed in prison or as a pregnant teenager or lacking a job, homeless or hungry. What matters is what happens next. To make an impact in the service of others, one must make a decision to be curious. This requires us to restrict thoughts of judgment. When we make a judgment about how or why someone is in need, thoughts of what they can handle or deserve creeps in. Throughout our communities and around the world, we see images of how people are living, whether they're thriving or barely surviving. We hear the stories of struggle and abundance. No matter the story, we all have a tendency to fill in the blanks with our thoughts of empathy or judgment. I urge you to spend some time being curious, open to the thought that it doesn't matter how a person got to your organization in need of help. All that matters is that you, your team, your program and services can help them to make the next best step. So, if you want to connect with me to help you make the next best step in helping your community, contact me at motivationalmuse.kim@gmail.com.